Hi and welcome to the Crafts channel. My name's Corinne Brad and I'm here today to show you how to make some batch greetings to go on any greetings card. I've got a great set of stamps here. These are all occasion stamps. We just take them off the card. So we've got lots of greetings here. We've got hello, be happy, with love, happy birthday. And if you've got half an hour spare, it's really simple to lose your there's acrylic block, see-through so you can't see it on a table. Mount your stamp onto an acrylic block, grab your ink pad and ink it up, and don't go overboard with the ink. You don't want to squish it down on the ink pad, because what will happen is your ink will get on the sides of the stamp and you'll create quite an unpleasant image. And we'll just stamp this cleanly onto cream card. And while you've got your stamping hat on and you know you've got somebody's anniversary coming up, Auntie Betty's just paid for your new garden shed or something like that, and you know you've got to do some more cards in the future, rather than just make one card at a time and keep getting all your supplies out and putting them away again, or leaving them on the side like I do and losing them, grab yourself various sentiments, and as I say, there's a lot of sentiments in this set that I'm using here, and stamp them all out on one piece of card. You don't have to be too accurate, because the accuracy will come in a minute. Let's just have a hello. And you don't just have to stick to one colour. You know, if you've got your ink pads out, stamp your stamps, clean them up, put a new colour on. But you leave yourself with a selection of greetings. And what I am just going to do is I'm just going to go over the top just to remove any excess ink on the back of this piece of card, because I have a really bad habit, I think I've said before, of smudging things as I work. Grab yourself a nice sharp scalpel and your ruler, and you can do this by eye. If you cut yourself that bottom edge for the happy birthday to start with and just chop that bit away, you can then line up your bottom edge on your grid marked cutting mat, and you can cut your sides. Slightly longer ruler here. And you can cut your top edge so you've got a rectangular panel. Another tip as well is I've put washi tape on the back of my ruler, because what it does is it just lifts up the ruler from the printed image that you're doing. It's especially good if you're drawing, this is a trick that I learned when I was a paste up artist, if you're drawing lines with a fine liner pen, it stops the ink bleeding under the edge of the ruler, which is always very handy. Especially, as I say, if you're working in a hurry, sometimes that old saying, more haste, less speed, really does come into play. So let's just trim this one up. I won't do all of these, but you get the general idea. If you use the lettering of the stamp itself to start with, to get yourself a straight edge, and then just use the horizontal and vertical grid marks on your mat. And I'm not being precise with this measurement. You can see yourself if the gap between the B and the Y is the same. Let's just trim this last bit. I'm going to that about there, I think. So you've got yourself some simple greetings, and they are quite boring. So what we'll do is, with this thank you one, bit of glue on the back, and glue sticks are perfect for this because they dry fairly quickly, they don't go all over the place, and if you measure this up or line this up on your gold card, and there's about 1.5 mm, 2 mm border there, put enough glue on the corner there. Oh, and look, now I've put an inky finger on there. This is the warning. Just don't do things in too much of a hurry. And if you get ink on your hands, especially like a pigment ink that's not a fast drying ink and it is quite a strong colour, you may find that you end up with the inky fingerprints where you were least expecting them. But if the worst comes to the worst, you can cover it with a flower. So we've got a gold border on that, and then I'm going to place it, mat it again onto a darker shade. like this dark cerise. And I'm going to give it a slightly bigger border to add some interest. And again, I'm using my eyes to cut this. But if you're uncertain, I mean, say grid mark cutting mats are perfect for getting nice square edges. So you've got a little double layered greeting, and again you think, oh, that's a bit boring. But if you then get a plain card blank, or I say a plain card blank, and you've put a nice piece of pattern paper in the middle of it, left a border, then you can just pop this greeting on there, and you've got an impressive looking card, quite modern. If you prefer something that's a bit more traditional, this is just a piece of pattern paper with some washi tape down the bottom, and again it will go on there. And when I was saying about batch making, what you can do is you can mix and match various different colours with various different cards. And if you stick to a similar colour palette for most of them, actually let's put that one on there because the gold and the cerise will tie in, and let's put that hello, hello over here. You can make yourself up a stash of little tags and mounted phrases, keep them safely in a box somewhere, and when you've got an emergency card to make, all you've got to do is find yourself a nice piece of background paper. Scrapbooking papers are brilliant. Cover a card with it, put a greeting on the top with a foam pad, and Bob's your uncle. Hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to know where you can get hold of the stamps that I used, please check the description at the bottom, and we'll see you soon. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.